Alright, so today what we're doing is we are going to take apart a headlight. This is going to be headlight disassembly. Now, if you remember, when the headlight is in your car, it is in there like this, and there's 4 bolts. One here, and then 2 below. You have to loosen this off, spin that to open, so that you can actually lift this up and get underneath. And there were 2 more down there, but these ones lift off pretty easy once you loosen them. Anyway, now that the entire thing is out of the car, we're going to show you just how to take it apart, because as you can see, mine is, just, it's all dirty, and it's just, the paint's faded, and, just needs to be tidied up. If I'm going to be rebuilding the car, I don't want ugly looking headlights. So, we're going to take this thing apart, and to do that, there's going to be a few different steps and a few different things we need, but it's pretty basic. You're going to need a T15 torque screw, so it's T15. You're going to need a T30. You're going to need a 10mm socket or wrench and an 11mm socket or wrench. To start things off, we're going to take the T15 and start by taking off the shroud around the headlight. Make sure you save your screws. Put them in a baggie, a Tupperware container. And that's the first piece off. The next 2 screws are right down in here. They can be hard to get at, so have patience. If you have a longer screwdriver, unlike mine, it'll make the job a lot easier. Second piece off. Alright, with the first 2 pieces off, it makes it easier to get at some of the other bolts that you have to get at with the T30 and the 10mm socket or wrench. So they're on the side here. First one, second one, the third one is in here, this one here. It's easier to get at from underneath. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this on its side, and we're going to go with this side first. So now let's remove the bolts from each end, and you're good to go. You might need a little tap. They will tap out. Now some people would advise that you put the nut on the end there and tap it with the nut to protect the threads. And then just remove the nut after it comes loose. And then of course you've got your mounting bracket that has the motor on it. So if you want to remove this, it's very simple. all you've got are these three 10mm sockets, and then you've got two 7mm sockets right here to remove the relay from the bracket as well. And then once this is off, we are going to need the 11mm socket back here just to remove this part here from the motor, so it's easier to clean this up as well. I don't know if you can see that very well. The 11mm is right here to remove this from the motor so that you can clean it up. But first we'll take off these three. Now these are different sizes, these bolts. You notice the two black ones are longer than this silver one here. I don't know if they're all the same color and other motors or not, but the two tall ones go at the top and bottom of the motor, and the silver one, or the smaller one, goes in the middle. So think of it as an E. If you're doing a capital E, the top and bottom ones are always the long stretches from the E, and the middle one is the short one. That's the way I remember it, but it's you know, pretty straightforward. The smaller one in the middle, like monkey in the middle. And then you flip it over. The motor is now loose from the housing. You know, some people like to do this part first, but I just find it doesn't really matter. And then this comes off. It might need a bit of a tap to get loose. Just to break the friction there. Okay, if you're having trouble removing that that arm from the back of the motor here, the 11mm socket, once this socket comes off, you're having trouble removing the rest of it. The best way to do it is, well, if you can't get it off, the best way to do it is to have it come off. But if it can't come off, well, what you can do is there is a little spring washer here. Can't even remember the technical name of that. Of what it is exactly, but basically it pops off and it releases this. So this little thing here, I don't know if it's hard for you guys to see or not, that little thing there can pop off and release this arm, and then it can come out. You just have to remove the relay. And like I said, the relay is only two 7mm sockets that screw the relay onto there, and then the motor will come right out, and you can well, you can then take this and clean it up, make it all look nice and special to go back in your car. Clean everything else up, and if you need to rebuild your motor, now is the perfect time to do it as well, because you know, there's lots of motors that need rebuilding, and I recommend well, Buddy Craig has a good video online, and there are other people that have tried to make videos. I'm gonna actually I'm gonna maybe make a video of my own when I rebuild mine, but I'm not sure if I have the patience to rebuild it myself.